Hi guys, it's Kate from SoulShine Yoga. Thanks for checking in again. Hope you guys are doing well. So we're gonna do a basics class today. All you're gonna need is your mat, a couple of blocks if you have them, books work too, a strap or a belt, and then a blanket and anything else you want for Shavasana, like eye pillow, hand towel, anything like that. So let's start lying on our backs. And before you get all the way back here, take your strap, just have it nearby, or your belt, whatever you have. That we can grab it as we're on our backs here. And then recline all the way back. And right off the bat, just take a full body stretch. Reach your arms overhead, reach your legs long. You can hook your thumbs, spread your fingers and toes, take a big breath in, a big breath out. Now keep your legs where they're at, just let your feet flop, and then bring your arms down by your sides and let the palms face up. And we'll just start in Shavasana today. So this is how we typically will end a yoga class. But for right now, just try and let everything drop. Eyes are closed. Face is soft. And just starting with a body scan, right in the crown of the head, work your way down. Maybe even envisioning like a laser light traveling down the body, analyzing, computing, noticing how everything feels. Try to soften any joints. So your eyes, your jaw, your neck, your throat, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, all the way down into your fingers. Let them just soften and curl naturally. And as we continue this body scan, make sure you highlight anywhere in the body that you know needs extra awareness, extra attention, your love, your support. Continuing back into the torso. Once again, drop the shoulders. You tend to carry a lot of tension there. It's a constant reminder of dropping your shoulders. Try to allow your chest, your ribs to just relax. Even your belly, let it go for right now. Your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, and all the little tiny bones and joints in the feet and toes. Try to let everything feel soft. Nothing forced. Nothing holding. And keep that in mind as we practice today. Just move and breathe. Letting go of any question, am I doing this right? Instead, just focusing on moving your body, paying attention to your body, reconnecting with your body. And then with that, let's focus on breathing. So bringing your hands to your belly. You can just rest them anywhere, but allow the elbows to stay on the ground so your arms don't work. And we'll take some really big breaths here. So first, just empty the lungs. Let all the air out. And then take a nice big inhale. And then open your mouth, let it out. Again, a big inhale. And push it out. This last one will hold the breath. So take a big inhale. Hold the breath there at the top and try to soften your shoulders, your face, your skin. And then push all the air out. Coming back to a regular breath now. Just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, slowly waking them. Start to roll your ankles, your wrists, maybe some snap, crackles, pops. You rock your head gently side to side, just slowly waking up and noticing the neck and how it feels right now. And reach your arms again overhead, finding that full body stretch. Legs go long, thumbs can hook. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And then start to bend your knees, walking your feet in. And then hug your knees into your chest. Try and keep your head on the ground. You're just going to start to rock a little bit there, side to side, massaging the spine, the back, noticing how that feels. As you're doing this, keep pointing and flexing through your feet so that they are waking up even more. Spread the toes out as wide as you can as you do this too. Give them space. And then rolling your ankles in one direction and switch, go the other direction. And then take one hand to each knee and do circles in opposite directions. So the knees come together and apart, together and apart, together and apart, kind of like gears. And then go the other way, apart and together, and apart and together. Do one more lap. And then hug your knees together, let them touch. We'll start to warm up the core. Start to flex through the feet, spreading the toes out. See if you can lift your nose up to your knees. And then start to reach your arms forward, spread the fingers out too. Now from here, take a big breath in and extend the limbs. Maybe the head just floats and hovers. As you exhale, curl back into that tight little seat. See if you can lift your tailbone slowly. Do it again, inhale, reach, spread fingers and toes. And then exhale, curl the knees back in, lift the tailbone slowly. 3 more, inhale, reach. And exhale, curl and lift. Last 2, inhale, reach. Exhale, curl and lift. Last one, inhale, reach. And exhale, curl and lift. And then just hug the knees, drop the head. And from here, happy baby. So the soles of the feet want to face the sky. You want to take your thighs as wide as you can, your knees as wide as you can, and just hold onto the legs wherever you can. Maybe it's the backs of the knees. Maybe it's more like calves or ankles. Maybe it's your heels. And then from there, if it feels good, just rock a little bit side to side, kind of like a happy baby would if they found their feet. And then from here, let's bring the legs back towards each other, and we're gonna twist. So hug your knees together in towards your chest, and let them drop all the way to the left as you reach your right arm to the right and gaze towards your right hand. Take a breath in there, lengthen from right hip to right armpit, and then as you exhale, just hug your belly button towards your spine and drop in opposite directions. One more time, inhale, lengthen, right hip to right armpit, and then exhale, drop in opposite directions. Hug your belly button and then lift the knees back to center. Just rock there, side to side, realigning, and we'll twist to the other side. So drop the knees now all the way to the right. Try not to hold them, let them fall, and then reach your left arm to the left. Head can spin to the left as long as the neck feels safe there. As you inhale, lengthen. Left hip to left armpit, your whole side body gets long. As you exhale, you're hugging your belly button to your spine and kind of just dropping in an opposite direction. One more time, inhale, lengthen, 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 and then exhale, drop. Hug your belly button at the bottom, lift the knees back up to center, and just rocking there again. And then from here, keep the right knee, let the left foot touch the ground with the knee bent. And then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. This is reclining pigeon. And then push your right thigh bone away from you with your right hand. If you need more, you can reach through, grab a hold of that left leg. But if you feel sensation, just keep that left foot on the ground. See if you can spread out all 10 of your toes and flex them. And then from there too, if you want movement, you can find movement. You can kind of rock a little bit across your low back area. Those like 2 back dimples are the SI joints, and you can kind of make little figure eights around them if that feels appropriate. And then from here, we're gonna twist. So let the left foot touch the ground if it wasn't. The legs stay in the same shape. You just let them fall all the way to the left. So the outer seam of that left leg's on the ground, sole of the right foot's on the ground. Take your left hand and push your right thigh away from you. So that right knee that's pointing up, push it away. Reach your right arm to the right and gaze in that direction. Just like the other twist we just did, take a breath in, find length, space in the torso. And then as you exhale, just try and drop that right outer hip, that right cheek, your right glute, let it fall. Take one more breath there, breathe in. Breathing out. Hug the belly button to lift the knees and untangle them, and then we'll take that to the other side. Let your right foot touch the ground with the knee bent and cross your left ankle now over that right thigh. Figure 4, reclining pigeon. Push your left thigh bone away with your left hand. And then if you feel sensation, if this is a stretch for you, you stay. If you need more, then reach through, grab a hold of that right leg. And wherever you're at, try and spread the toes out and flex them. Just doing whatever feels appropriate. If anything that I suggest doesn't feel good, back off. Go to the place where it did feel good. And then again, if you want movement there, you can kind of just roll across the low back region or be still. It's up to you. Sometimes movement helps me just stay in the body. The mind likes to wander pretty easily, pretty quickly, but if you can just focus on what's happening right now in your body, you're doing the yoga, you're doing the work. All right, so drop the right foot back to the ground if it was not, and then take the shape of the legs, timber it over to the right, let it drop. Whole outer seam of that right leg is on the ground. Whole sole of the left foot is on the ground. Take your right hand and push your left thigh bone away and reach your left arm to the left. Head can spin to the left. Now, just like we've been doing with our twists, inhales, lengthen. Just find space anywhere. You don't have to necessarily move. And then as you exhale, drop all your weight. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, drop. Hug the belly button, lift the knees. One more time, happy baby. Thighs wide, knees wide. Soles of the feet face the sky. And then rock if you need it. Try and spread the toes out here too if you can. And from there, bring your legs all the way together. And then from here, let's grab that strap. You're gonna drop the left foot to the ground, and you're gonna take your strap and you're gonna lasso the ball of the right foot. So the ball of the foot is the part where the toes connect to the sole of the foot, so up there. Try not to have the strap in the arch because you're kind of working against yourself there. But find the ball of your foot and spread your toes out to keep it there. And then just have even amount of strap on either side. And then from there, reach that right heel to the sky. Right toes are spread, right foot is flexed. Finding a bend in this right knee just to the point where things feel good. You don't want to straighten through that leg and force the knee through the back of the leg. You just want to find a gentle, soft stretch here. Now keep that, and then see how it feels to extend your left leg long on the mat. Reach through that left heel, spread out all 10 of the toes. If you don't like it, just bring your left foot back to the ground, knees bent. Your body will tell you if things start to pull or strain or react, then just go back to where you could breathe a little easier. Now take a breath in, breath out, and take that strap into your right hand entirely. And then take your left hand and you're gonna push your left hip down onto the ground or your left thigh. Keep it there. And then take your right leg out to the right. Use your right elbow, bend it, let it touch down, and that's kind of like your stopper to keep you from going too far. Use your left hand to push your left hip down or your left thigh back down into the ground. And then reach through the heels, spread the toes. Drop that left shoulder down and take a breath in. And a breath out. Hug the belly button, lift the leg back up to center. We'll switch hands. So now the strap goes into left hand. Right arm reaches out to the right. You can spin the palm down kind of like to ground you there. Now you're gonna cross it all the way over to the left, and you're gonna roll to the outer seam of your left leg entirely. And then that left elbow can bend to keep you from going too far. Once you get where you're going though, reach through the heels, spread the toes, peel that right shoulder back, and then soften the knees as much as you need to feel safe, to feel appropriate. Take a breath in, breath out. Hug the belly button, lift the leg all the way back up to center, and then hold the strap as you release your right leg. Let it join the left leg there. And then the strap, just lay it down wherever, it doesn't matter. Find that full body stretch again. Arms overhead, legs go long. Spread fingers and toes, reach, reach, reach. And then soften. So noticing any difference between the sides. Start to bend both your knees, walking both of your feet in. We'll take it to the left. So hug your left knee in, and then lasso the ball of the left foot. Try to have about the same amount of strap on either side. Try not to hit yourself with those metal rings too, it's not fun. Spread the left toes, reach through that left heel, and then find an appropriate bend for this leg. And they don't have to match left and right. We're not perfectly symmetrical, so let go of any need to have that happen. And then stay there, or you're gonna reach that right leg long on the mat. If it feels good, then flex through that foot and keep it there. If it doesn't, rebend the knee, pull it back in. Again, your body will tell you. Make sure you listen to that more so than any cues I give you or any ego inside your own brain to have to go any extra. Now take a breath in and breath out. Take that strap into your left hand entirely. Take your right hand and glue your right hip or thigh to the ground. And then lower that left leg out to the side, letting that left elbow bend, acting like your little stopper there. Now that right leg is long on the mat and you're pushing your right hip down or right thigh down with your right hand as you're broadening through your chest, dropping your right shoulder. Reach the heels, spread the toes, take a breath in. And a breath out. Hug the belly button, lift that leg back up to center, switch hands. Now the left arm goes out, you can spin the palm to touch down or up, it doesn't matter. And then lower that leg across to the right, bend the right elbow, let it touch down. Spinning all the way to the outer seam of that right leg. Now reach through the heels, spread the toes, and find an appropriate bend in both knees. Broaden the chest, left shoulder drops, take a breath in, and a breath out. Hug the belly button, lift that leg, and then release the strap, place it off to the side. Let that left leg go long with the right leg. One more full body stretch, arms overhead, thumbs up. Spread the fingers and toes, take a breath. And soften. Now, hug your knees, and we're gonna rock up to a seat. And then from here, let's find tabletop, hands and knees. So if you have any knee issues, you can use a blanket underneath your knees for some support. Bring your wrists right underneath your shoulders so that the arm bones stack here. It helps to build bone density and strength. And then spread your fingers out pretty wide. You're gonna claw at the mat like you're a rock climber. Now the knees go right underneath your hips. And we're just gonna start with cat-cows. So inhale, drop the belly, stretch the chin forward and the eyes all the way up. As you exhale, round into your spine and tuck your chin just like a cat. And try to keep your arms straight-ish as you're doing this. Inhale, drop the belly, chin forward, eyes up. Exhale, round and tuck through the chin. Let's do two more. Drop the belly, chin forward, eyes all the way up. Exhale, press into your hands. Round the spine, tuck the chin. One more time. Belly drops, chin forward, eyes all the way up. And then exhale for cat, and we're gonna stay in cat pose. So press down into your hands, separating into the shoulder blades, tucking your chin. Try to make the back of your neck feel really long, and then hug your belly button in for 3, 2, 1. And then come back to neutral with your spine. From here, sit back into child's pose. So hips to heels, forehead on the ground, and then just roll the wrists, wiggle the fingers, waking them up a little bit, just like we did with our feet. If it feels good too, you can kind of rock across your forehead. And then reach your arms back forward, spreading the fingers, rooting into each fingertips. We're gonna do body waves. So as you inhale, you're gonna come forward into that tabletop shape, but you're gonna hug your belly button and round through your spine. And then as you exhale, you just push your hips back to that child's pose. Do it a couple more times with your breath. Inhale, round forward. And exhale, push back. One more time, inhale forward. And exhale, go back. Now we'll add in down dog. So inhale, come forward. Tuck your toes, stick your butt up as high as you can, down dog. Inhale, lower back to your knees really slowly, tabletop. And then exhale, push back, child's pose. All right, let's do that a few more times. Inhale, come forward. Tuck the toes, down dog. Inhale, lower your knees slowly, hug the belly the whole entire time. And then exhale, push back, child's pose. All right, one more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down dog.
Inhale, lower the knees, hug the belly the whole way. And exhale, push back, child's pose. Let the forehead touch down, roll the wrists, wiggle the fingers. Again, just waking things up slowly here. And then reaching back forward, let's head to down dog. So inhale forward, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So you're bending into your knees, at least a tiny bit. And then your feet are hip width distance apart. So imagine 2 of your fists in between your big toes. And then keep pressing into all 10 of your fingertips and try to picture like 2 flashlights on your sit bones, those 2 bones in your cheeks. See if you can shine those flashlights up towards the ceiling. So your sit bones are like the peak of the mountain that your body's making. Now from here, pull forward to plank pose. So plank is the top of a push-up. Shoulders are right over top of the wrists, and you're pushing yourself away from the mat. So try not to just collapse into everything, but push yourself away. And then exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Soften into the knees. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale forward to plank. So if this is too much, you can always lower the knees, find kneeling plank. And then exhale, up and back, down dog. 2 more, inhale forward, find plank. Elbows draw towards each other, puffing up your chest. And then up and back, downward facing dog. All right, last time, inhale forward, find plank pose. This time, hug your elbows in. We're gonna lower all the way to the belly button. And then from there, reach your toes all the way back so they aren't tucked under anymore. And then take your hands off of your mat. You're gonna stack your elbows right over your wrists and then check and make little spider fingers. You're trying to bring your fingers and your thumbs towards each other like magnets. Now reach your toes back and press down where shoelaces would be. As you inhale, you're gonna peel your shoulders down your spine to lift and lengthen. As you exhale, release. So the legs have to be really active to do this. Inhale, toes reach back, shoulders reach back, lift, and then exhale, release. One more time, inhale it up. And exhale, release. Hands under the shoulders, push back, child's pose. Forehead lands, roll the wrists, wiggle the fingers. All right, let's move a little more here. Inhale forward, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank pose. As you exhale, we'll lower slow. Try and see if the belly button can be the last thing to land. Again, hands go wide. Check, elbows right over the wrists. Point your toes back and press down into the shoelaces part. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. And exhale, release. Let's twist. So inhale, roll up. Drop that right shoulder and look over the left. Inhale, roll up. Drop the left, look over right. Inhale, roll up. And release. Hands under the shoulders, child's pose, push back. Again, let your forehead touch down so you can roll your wrists, wiggle the fingers. It's a lot on the hands. All right, from here, inhale, come forward, hands and knees. Tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. From down dog, walk your feet all the way to the top half of your mat. And we're gonna keep the feet hip width distance apart. So now you can really check 2 fists in between your big toes. And then bend your knees a ton so the chest and thighs touch. And then catch opposite elbow for ragdoll. Drop the head, the neck, the shoulders. So the torso is acting just like a ragdoll. Let it just dangle and hang. Take one more breath there. Just letting anything that you're carrying physically, mentally, emotionally, just trickle down the spine. Now hands release. And then we'll keep the feet hip width distance apart. From here, just walk your hands up your shins to find halfway lift. So you're bending your knees, you're sticking your butt out, and you're sticking your chest out. So the spine is as long as possible. And then exhale, fold. Do it again, halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out. And then exhale, fold. Last time, halfway lift. And release. So knees are bent, arms are heavy, head is heavy. Start to roll up to stand. So push into the feet. Let the spine feel heavy. The arms, the head, the neck, the shoulders, everything in between. And then take a big giant shoulder roll onto your back. And then inhale, reach all the way up. Catch your left wrist and then lean to the right.
Inhale all the way up. Catch your right wrist and lean to the left. Inhale all the way back up. And then forward fold. Just bend your knees, dive all the way back down.
Find that halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out.
And then plank. Step the feet back. Inhale, rock forward. Shoulders past the wrists. And then lower all the way. So we'll keep the hands where they're at this time. Finding cobra pose. Toes still point back. And then this time peel the shoulders back. And you're kind of using the hands, but you're hugging the elbows in. So maybe your cobra looks more like this. That's fine. Or maybe it's a little higher. And then exhale, release. Let's push back, child's pose. And then inhale, come forward, tabletop. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rise high on your toes. Look forward. Bend your knees like a puppy, and then see if you can just step or maybe jump to the top. So keep your feet, again, hip width distance apart. Find your halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out. And then exhale, fold.
We'll roll up to standing again. So let the arms be heavy, the head is heavy, knees are soft. Roll it up nice and slow all the way to the top.
And then peel the shoulders down the spine. Inhale, reach up. Grab that right wrist and lean to the left. Inhale, back up. Grab the left wrist, lean to the right. Inhale, back up, look up. Bend the knees and then swan dive all the way forward.
Halfway lift, breathe in.
Plank pose, step back. Inhale, rock forward. Elbows are hugging. Again, you can do this from your knees and then lower all the way. Cobra pose. So toes point back and then elbows and shoulders point straight back. Just lift as high as it feels good for your back. And then exhale, release. Let's find child's pose. Take a breath there. Forehead touches down. Roll the wrists, wiggle the fingers. We're doing kind of like a modified sun salutation A. So we'll take one more round of that. Inhale, come forward, tabletop. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Inhale, rise to your toes. Look forward. Bend the knees, step or hop. Halfway lift. Stick the butt out, stick the chest out. And then exhale, fold.
Roll it up again, taking your time, no rush. Think of it as like a massage for the whole spine.
And inhale, reach up. This time just swan dive right back down. Bend the knees.
Halfway lift, breathe in.
Plank pose, breath out. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, cobra, elbows and shoulders straight back. Neck is long, face is soft. Exhale, release. Child's pose, push it back.
Let the forehead rest. Again, roll the wrists, wiggle the fingers. Any breaks that you need here. And then from here, let's come back up to tabletop. And then downward facing dog. Finishing it out, rise to your toes, look forward.
Bend the knees, step or hop.
Halfway lift, stick your butt out, stick your chest out.
And then exhale, fold.
Roll it up again, massage. Comb through every disc, every vertebra, the whole way to the top.
And then peel the shoulders down the spine. And then from here, let's bring the big toes together to touch towards the top half of the mat. And we're gonna keep our right foot where it is. Take a big giant step back with that left foot. We're finding warrior two. So looking at your feet, you want this right foot still pointing forward, but you want the right heel on the same line as that back inner arch. Almost like you're a surfer. And then from here, look at your left foot. Try and spin the left toe slightly in front of that left heel. And then to help you find your footing, try and lift and spread out the toes. That turns the feet into more like suction cups. And then you can soften the toes. See if you can drive the feet towards each other, hug the thighs towards each other, hug your cheeks towards each other, and then hug your belly, reach the arms. Right arm over, right leg, left arm over, left leg. And then see if you can sink. Now glance at that right knee. Make sure it's not collapsing inward. You want it right over top of that ankle, and hiding your pinky toe from view. Take another breath here. Another breath out. Now inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, take your right elbow to your right thigh. Now the left arm reaches to the sky. Let's keep doing that. Inhale, reach the right arm. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh. Reach the left arm. Couple more. Inhale, reach the right arm. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh.
Last time, inhale, reach up.
Exhale, right elbow, right thigh, and stay here. So make sure your feet are strong. If they started to slide, you can heel toe them closer. Keep squeezing them towards each other. Squeeze your cheeks, your sit bones towards each other. Now hug your belly button so you can lengthen out through the spine, and then take this left arm, flip the palm backwards, and wrap it behind your back for a half bind. So you can peel that left shoulder back, lengthen the neck for 3, 2, 1. Press down, rise all the way up. Now straighten that right knee and spin the right toes to the left. So now you want your toes in a little bit, your heels out a little bit. And then inhale, reach the arms out, look up. Exhale, forward, fold. So bend the knees as much as you need to here. Find your halfway lift here. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out, and we'll twist. Keep that left hand, reach your right arm up to the sky. Now drop that right arm, halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out, and then reach the left arm up to the sky. Drop that left arm, again, halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, fold straight down the middle. So again, knees stay soft. You're not trying to push the knees through the backs of the legs. From here, see if you can walk your hands back further. They might come in line with your feet, if that works. But drop your head, your neck, your shoulders. Take one more breath. Now walk your hands all the way back forward, halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out. And then walk your hands back to the top of the mat. We'll find that plank pose again, and we're gonna hold it here. So wrists spread underneath your armpits. Press into all 10 fingertips. It keeps the wrists happy, dispersing the weight. And then from there, you're hugging your belly button. You're lifting the ribs as high as you can so you're not collapsing. And then inhale, rock all the way forward. Release again, all the way to your belly. Locust pose. So point the toes back, reach your arms back, and let the palms touch down by your sides. As you inhale, lift whatever will lift, and try to look down so the back of the neck is long. And then exhale, release. These are little practice rounds because we're gonna hold it. So do 2 more practices. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last practice, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Now this last one we're gonna hold, so don't go for broke right off the bat. Inhale, lift. Spread fingers, spread toes, shoulders back. Stay with your breath out. Take another inhale, try to get longer. Again, stay with your breath out. 2 more. Inhale a little bit longer. Lift another rib. Stay, breath out. Last one. Inhale, go for it. And exhale, release all the way. Let the hands flip, let the feet flop. Breath in. And breath out. Hands under the shoulders. Scoot your hips back, child's pose. Inhale, 2 tabletop. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, rise to your toes. Looking forward. Bend the knees, step, or maybe hop. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then fold to breathe out. Roll it up to standing, massaging the whole back. And then roll the shoulders down the spine. Again, bring the big toes together to touch. We'll find all that to the left. So left foot stays, this time right foot. Find a really big step back. And then finding that alignment again. So left toes stay pointing forward. Left heel is on that same balance beam as your back inner arch, so eyeball it. Try to find that. And then lift and spread the toes. Toes can soften down, but hug the feet towards each other. hug your thigh bones towards each other. Hug your cheeks, and then hug your belly. Reach the arms. Imagine like somebody's pulling on opposite ring fingers in opposite directions, and soften your face. Now glance at that left knee. Is it collapsing inwards? Make sure it's not. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, lift the left arm. Left elbow, left thigh. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Left elbow, left thigh. 2 more. Left elbow, left thigh. Last one and we'll stay. Inhale, reverse. Left elbow, left thigh, and stay. So make sure your legs are strong. You're not just collapsing into the joints. Hug your belly to help rotate the rib cage towards the sky. Stay there or take that right palm and flip it away, and then wrap it behind your back. See if you can peel that right shoulder down the spine away from the ear and lengthen the neck for 3, 2, 1, and then return, warrior 2. Straighten that left knee and spin the toes to the right. So again, toes are in a little bit, heels are out a little bit. Inhale, lengthen out. And exhale, fold. Let's take that twist again. Keep the right hand, just lift that left arm. And switch, find a halfway lift, inhale. Keep that left one, reach the right arm. And then find a halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, fold. So again, hands can walk back in line, they can stay on the ground. Or if you want to try something different, interlace the hands at the low back. Try and keep the heels of the hands touching. Bend your knees and then drop your head. See if the arms will go away. Just however far, doesn't matter. Relax the neck, make sure you're not holding anything there. For 3, 2, 1. Releasing your hands. Walk them forward, halfway lift. Stick the butt out, stick the chest out. Now, looking at your feet, turn your toes out and your heels in, and start to bend into that right knee as you walk your hands back to the right too. So setting it for Skandasana prep. And then do the opposite. So just ninja your way to that top leg now, that left one. See how far the body wants to go. Maybe the hips have to stay high, and that's fine. And then ninja your way back towards that right side. And then ninja your way back to that left side. Now we're gonna hold it. Next time you travel back to that right side, let's hold there. So bend into that right knee. Again, option 1, stay high, hips and heart in the same plane, and you can use the hands propped up against the legs. If you can lower all the way down, maybe the hands come together. Prayer pose, feel the chest open for 3, 2, 1. Slowly shimmy your way back to that left side. Same thing. Listen to this side, independent of whatever happened on the other side. So if hips need to stay high, do that. If they can go low, try that. If you can balance, hands find heart center. Feel the shoulders back. Steady your gaze to help steady your mind. Last breath. Good, hands land, and we'll find our way back to plank at the top of the mat. Hands to the top, feet step back. And then this time, let's find forearm plank. So lower to your elbows. Try and get them right underneath your shoulders, so not super wide. And then see if you can relax your hands. Relax your face. Same thing applies here though. We're not collapsing or sinking. We're lifting the ribs, hugging the belly, thinking light, happy thoughts. For 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, lower the hips, point the toes back, landing in Sphinx pose. And then from here, try and reach your toes back. Try and keep your legs close to each other, maybe even the inner parts of the knees touch. And then it's almost like you're dragging your elbows back towards your pelvis. It's gonna stretch open the front of the spine. Peel the shoulders back, lengthen the neck, and then look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. And look over left shoulder. Now come back to center, and then release all the way to your belly. And then reach your arms all the way back. We'll do that locust pose one more time. So option again, palms touch down, or interlace the hands at the low back, kind of like we did in that forward fold.
Now you've got 3 practice rounds again. As you inhale, lift whatever wants to lift and try to look down. Exhale, release. Again, practice, lift. Exhale to release. Last practice round, inhale, lift. Exhale to release. And then this last one will hold. So don't go for broke, but inhale, lift. Stabilize, breathe out. Again, inhale, lift, grow longer, get stronger, stabilize, breath out. 2 more, inhale, get a little longer, a little stronger, stay, breath out. Last time, big breath in. And exhale, release. Let the head spin, the feet flop, the hands flip. This time, bend your knees and let your feet just drop to the right. And lift them all the way back up like windshield wipers. Let them drop to the left. One more time each side, all the way up to the right. All the way up to the left. Good, let the legs go long. Hands under the shoulders. Child's pose, push back. Roll the wrists. Wiggling your fingers. And then inhale, come forward, tabletop. Let's find downward facing dog. Rise high on your toes, look forward. Bend the knees, step, or maybe hop to the top. Halfway lift, stick your butt out, stick your chest out. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach all the way up. And then bring the hands together in front of your heart. All right, last little standing bit here. We're gonna balance. So bring the big toes together to touch. And then catch your hips. Hands to your hips. Now try to focus your gaze on a spot in the front where your eyes can look, and try not to let that waver. See if you can lift your right knee as high as you can. Do, 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 do. Now take your right knee out to the side as high as you can. Do, 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 do. Now take the sole of the right foot and place it to the inseam of that left leg, anywhere you can. Tree pose. Try and focus your gaze. Steady the eyes. To steady the mind, to steady the breath. Last 3, 2, 1. Now try without your hands to lift the knee out to the side. Lift it as high as you can. Back the way we came, lift it forward. This time catch the knee. Pause there. Now go really tall through the spine. Lift that knee as high as you can with your hands. And then reach the heel forward for 3, 2, 1. Set it down, take it out. All right, other side. Last bit here. All right, hands to your hips. Now again, try and focus your eyes. Lift that left knee as high as you can. Spread the toes, give them a job. Now take it out to the side, lift it as high as you can. Spread the toes, give them a job. Now take the sole of the foot to the inseam of that right leg, anywhere. Try and steady the gaze. Steady the breath. Steady the mind. Last one. Now lift the knee. Lift, 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 lift. Spread the toes. Give them a job. They'll help. Lift it to center and then catch it there. Now holding it here. See if you can lift it higher with your hands. Use your hands. And then reach that heel forward for 3, 2, 1. Set it down. All right. Let's make our way down. So big toes touch, inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Halfway lift. Plank pose, step back. And then from here, lower to your knees. Let the knees touch. And we're gonna keep all 10 of our toes tucked. We're gonna sit back on our heels for fire toes. So this might be really, really extreme. We're stretching into the soles of the feet. If it's too extreme, just bring the hands forward and you can untuck the feet whenever you need to. If you can, you're gonna sit back on your heels and come upright, and then we're gonna take eagle arms. So reach the right elbow out, and then take your left elbow on top, and then wrap the arms like so. So if the elbows don't meet comfortably, just pause here. One hand on each elbow. And then from there, you're reaching the elbows forward and lifting them. Now see if you can just lengthen the back of the neck and breathe into the upper back neck area for 3, 2, 1. Untangle the arms. Come forward, untuck the toes and tap the feet. Bring the blood back in. Now keep the toes pointing back. Sit your hips back to your heels and we'll stretch into the front of the feet. So lean to the left, grab that right knee and lift it. And then switch sides. Lean to the right, grab that left knee and lift it. Now keep alternating like that, or if you want, you can try both. You can take both hands back behind you. See if you can lift the knees for 3, 2, 1. Come back forward. One more time, fire toes. So tabletop, tuck all 10 toes, even the little pinky toes. Flick them forward. Hands can stay on the ground, or you can come out whenever you need to. If you can go upright, we'll do eagle arms to the left. So reach that left arm out, palm up. Take that right elbow right on top, and then wrap. Again, if it doesn't meet comfortably, just pause here. Do what feels the best. Let go of the ego to need to go extra. No need to be extra. Maybe reach the elbows forward and lift them. Feel that broaden the shoulder blades. And then lengthen the back of the neck. Breathe into it for 3, 2, 1. Untangle. Untuck the toes. Tap the feet one more time. And sit back on the heels one more time. Alternate or just lift. 3, 2, 1. And release. Swing the legs all the way around in front. And then from here, start to reach the heels forward and flex your toes back towards your face. And then inhale, reach up as high as you can. And then exhale, fold. Just go as far as the body wants to go. And then take a big breath in. Try and inchworm down the spine. So reach your belly button, your heart, and your nose to your toes. And then exhale, fold. Do it again. Inhale, reach the belly button, the heart, and the nose to the toes. And then exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, reach, lengthen as long as you can. And then exhale, fold. Now, feel free to round the spine here. Feel free to release a little bit so you're not just fighting into this posture. Take one more breath. Drop the head. Walk your hands all the way back in. And then keep the left leg, bend that right knee and bring the foot in. And let that right knee fall away for YOUUUUUU. So from here, reach the arms up, same kind of thing. Reach forward as far as the body wants to go. Once you can't go any further, take an inhale, lengthen out. Belly button, heart, and nose. And then exhale, fold. Do it again. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale to fold. Walk yourself back up. And now we'll twist. So take this right knee up, planting the sole of the foot flat. Take your left elbow around that knee or outside the knee as your right hand goes behind you. Inhale there. Lift up through the spine, out through the brain. And then as you exhale, just rotate your chin and your eyes to the right. One more time, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate. Come all the way back around. And then right knee falls away one more time for stargazer. So swing your right hand behind you and then lift your bum. Stretch the left arm away, let the head fall back. It's like a big yawn for all the limbs. Just reach them in all different directions. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then exhale, release, come down. We'll take all that to the other side. Right leg goes out, left leg comes in. And then let the left knee fall away. YOUUUUU. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, fold forward. Take an inhale, inchworm down the spine. And then exhale, fold. We got 2 more. Inhale, reach the belly button, the heart, and the nose. And then exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, reachy, reachy, reachy. Exhale, fold. Walk yourself back in, helping that left knee back up for the twist. Right elbow wrangles the knee or goes outside it. Inhale, sit up tall. Left hand behind you. Exhale, rotate the chin and the eyes to the left. One more time, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, rotate. Untangle, back, forward, drop the left knee. Take this left hand behind you, lift your hips, stargazer. Let the head fall back. That right arm reaches wherever, just a big yawn into all the limbs. And then exhale to release, come down.
Now from here, bending both of your knees, plant your feet flat, grab a block, and recline all the way onto your back. And then you're gonna take this block on the skinniest setting and place it in between your thighs. And then from there, reach down with the hands, try to tickle the backs of the heels so they're close enough to your bum. You're gonna do bridge pose. And then let your palms touch down. You're gonna push into your feet and your shoulders and your hands, and you're gonna lift your bum and squeeze that block between the thighs. And then lower your bum back down. So let's do it again. Inhale, lift the bum. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's add in the arms. So inhale, lift your bum, reach your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, bring everything all the way back to that starting position. So it's like you're doing the wave, but really slowly. Inhale, lift the bum, reach the arms all the way up overhead. And then exhale, lower everything back down. Slow. Last 2, inhale, lift. Try to reach your tailbone forward, lengthen the whole back. Exhale, lower, slowly. Last time, inhale, lift, reach the tailbone away. And exhale, lower, slow. Now take that block. And then from here, we're going to take the block on the low setting, lift your bum, and slide that block underneath your bum. So it's on that low, small setting. And then you want it down closer towards your tailbone. You don't want it up high above the pelvis in soft tissue. You want it to support bones, not organs. Now stay right here. This is supported bridge. Let your palms face up. Option 2, you can lift your legs all the way up to the sky. So if you're lifting your legs up to the sky, anchor your feet together, and then only stay here if it doesn't feel like work. If you're able to soften the knees, if you're able to still let the palms face up. If not, bring the feet back down. Do the one that is not stressing you out right now. Close your eyes. Let all that work that you did, all that focus, all those little minute details that you paid attention to, that you might not have noticed for the last 5, 15, 20 days, years, whatever. Just let all that kind of soak, marinate, sink in. Just like we started the class, we're going to focus on each joint and try to soften the toes, the feet, so working our way back down, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, the cheeks. Try to let your belly relax if it's not. Your chest, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, your jaw, all the teensy little muscles around the eyes. And then almost like there's no gravity, we're going to slowly start to bring the legs back down. So just bending your knees slowly. Of course, if this doesn't feel good and you need to get the feet down, do so. But if you can go really slow, try it. Just see how it feels. Eventually the feet return back to the ground. And then lift your bum, remove that block. Keep your feet flat, just let the knees knock together. And then take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Let the elbows stay on the ground. Noticing your heart beating. Being grateful for that. Noticing your breath flowing. Being grateful for that. And then taking your arms out like a cactus or like a field goal. You just bend the elbows and let the backs of the hands rest on the floor. Let the knees move away from each other. And then keep your feet flat. You're just going to drop the knees all the way to the left. Try and let them drop. Eyes can stay closed. Just twist your head towards the right if that feels good. Try to notice if you're holding, forcing, fighting, anything, and just drop. And then hug your belly, lift your knees all the way back up to center. And let them fall all the way to the right. Same thing there. Just drop, not forcing anything at all. Letting go of that need to control, that need to force, that need to try and fit maybe a square peg into a round hole. Let it go. Observe where you're at. Accept where you're at. Let go of any needs to control. Just be. And then finishing out, lift your knees all the way back up. Catch them into your chest, give them a squeeze. You're gonna rock there side to side if that feels good. Keep your knees, just squeeze them to each other as tightly as you can, and then lift your nose to your knees, curling yourself into a tight seed. Maybe your hands even catch your feet. Now take a big breath in. And exhale, release for Shavasana. So just like we started, let the legs go long, feet flop, let the arms go out by your sides, palms up, shoulders drop, eyes are closed. Let go of anything that happened before this moment. Anything that may or may not even happen in the future. And noticing any sensations in your body, tingling, observing, accepting, letting go. Try to even soften the little tiny muscles around your eyes. Feel free to stay as long as you have. When you're ready, just start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Gradually growing into moving your ankles and your wrists. Rocking your head slowly, sweetly, side to side. Reawaken with a full body stretch, arms overhead. Thumbs can hook, spread the fingers and toes and breathe into them. And let go. Hug the knees into your chest and just rock over to your right side and stay there for a moment. You can use that right arm as a pillow. Just give yourself a moment. Nothing before, nothing after. Just how you feel right now. And then slowly push your way up. We'll find a seat. Crisscross applesauce. Try to just sit up really tall. Crown of the head reaches away. Shoulders relax. Face is soft. We'll take one more sighing out breath together. Take a deep inhale. And let go. Bring your hands together, bowing your head. Sealing it all in. And guide your thumbs to your forehead to connect the heart with the mind. Show yourself gratitude for making time for yourself. And gratitude to each other, we can bow and say,
Namaste.
thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you have any questions, any comments. You can comment below, I think. And I hope you guys are surviving, thriving. Stay healthy.